Yeah, so here's this video blog. Behold the Bludgeoner News Part 2. I'm just kind of giving you my life story. Get some of my posters here in the background. Fuck it. Here, check this out. This is my room. I got a lot of black light posters going on here. Let's see if I can get the camera out far enough to check that out. Yeah. It's 420 somewhere. You can really see these ones. Yeah. Bob Marley, got one right here behind my computer. And then let's see, here's this wall. And doors on the way there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Beautiful Dead Boondock Saints. That one is my favorite blacklight poster of all time, Pink Floyd The Wall. When I saw that poster, I bought it right there, right away. I never seen a Floyd The Wall blacklight poster. I'm like, every hippie must have that poster. I got about like maybe 5, 7 more. I'm going to start doing my ceiling here sometime soon. I also got a disco ball. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, there it is. Check that out. Yeah, and then that's my bed right there. It's kind of messy. Zebra sheets, because I'm a pimp. Not really, but I try to be. But yeah, ongoing. Anyways, I'm trying to get to the point that I'm in this Clinton, Iowa death hole town where there are some pretty good musicians and fucking the scene here is just almost a horrible thing that it's just so sad, man, because I'm in a band, Behold the Bludgeoner, and ever since I was a child, or like 14, when I heard 6 Feet Under, and in high school, I had these other great homeboys, 2 other homeboys. It was me, Sleepy, and Sneezy. As you can tell, my name's Dopey, and there's a dwarf thing going on. But Sleepy, Sneezy, and me it was originally all our dream to be in a death metal band, a 3-piece death metal band. I was going to play bass and growl, Sleepy was going to do guitar, and Sneezy was going to do drums. But you know, you grow up, and people have, some of my friends moved to college, some of my friends have kids, or Sleepy's got a kid now, and Sneezy, he's doing pretty cool, man. He's living in Cedar Rapids. I guess he's doing a recording studio. He's going to college for that. But the one best band that I've ever heard in Clinton, Iowa that got together, I think when I was originally like maybe 16, 17, maybe 19, 20. I think, yeah, 1920 is Steel Toe Abortion. There were some other guys that I went to high school with that are pretty cool, and my buddy Keith and Dallas, and those 2 guys are really awesome. I wish the best for them all. And I met Jed Jewell a long time ago, but they came across this killer drummer, and his name's Mick. I don't even know his fucking last name, but they did this band, Steel Toed Abortion, and Dallas was the lead singer. And at the time, before he was even in a death metal band, I didn't really hear him growl that much, but he's got a pretty cool classic gator growl, and but Steel Toe Abortion was probably one of the most real death metal bands that has ever existed in Clinton, Iowa, if not the first. And I've been envious of them ever since. I'm like, man, it's been my dream. It's been my thing to do this. I've always wanted to show people that I know what it takes. Soon I'm getting a new microphone and a camera. My growling videos, I growl without a microphone, and it's not bad. But when I growl with a microphone, I'm way beast. I am so beast. I used to never be confident in my growl, but now, for years after doing it since I was 14, I'm 24 now, 10 years later, I perfected it. I know I did. I got so many good growls going on, and my inhales have just gotten so much better. I'm like, I'm a vocalist that I want to do everything out there that's possible, or at least try to do. I'm not trying to limit myself to one growl, man. Like like my first growl was a 6 Feet Under growl, of course. You know, so I was growling like Chris Barnes. And that's how I recommend to start out growling. I did like a death metal vocal tutorial, you know, how to do death growls. And the truth is, you just do it. People say, do this with your mouth, do this with your tongue, do this with your throat, your guttural, your diaphragm. I just did it, man. I didn't have no one tell me how to do it, and until like recently this year or the year before, I just now started seeing tutorials on how to do death growls. And people who do it are somewhat good, and then there's other ones that are horrible. I had to look at a couple for pig squeals or inhales, and I accidentally did an inhale. It just accidentally happened, man, and I was like, wow. I yawned, and I did an inhale, and it sounded like a growl, and I just kept doing that, and it just fucking worked. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, wow, that kind of sounds like waking the cadaver, and I kept doing it. When I started doing my inhales, they did sound like waking the cadaver. Now they sound kind of like a begging for incest. And, but anyways, I'm getting to the point to where I'm at, to where, and then still-toe abortion didn't have anything going on for like for a good 6-7 months, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Here's some really talented people. Mick from Steel Toe was like the best drummer I ever heard who can actually do death metal, man. Death metal drumming, it's so hard to come across a death metal drummer. It really is. That's the #1 thing that you need. #1 fucking thing. I mean, it's all about the drummer. I don't care about anything else. Every band, you are not a death metal band unless you have a death metal drummer who can do blast beats, man. It's always, and always have been, and always will be about the drummer. And Mick's that drummer, man. He's a fucking beast drummer. He has flying fingers down, and that's all he really needs. There's other blast beat techniques that he doesn't have down, but what he can do now is good enough. I mean, if he could be on Sick Drummer magazine, dude. Like, I'm not shitting you. This dude, it's just a shame that all he does is drum, if drum in a local band, or, I mean, he says he doesn't want to get signed or famous, but that's sad, because this guy could be job for a cowboy if he wanted to. If he really took time, he doesn't even need to take the time. What skills he has now, he can make it. He could be in Sick Drummer magazine, or sickdrummer.com. You know, I mean, he could drum for Black Dahlia Murder if he wanted to, or job for a cowboy, kind of like his favorite bands. Even death metal bands, Cannibal Corpse, you know, I mean, he's a beast drummer, one of the best I've ever heard. Not only in a death metal, not only in a local scene, but in a death metal fucking scene that, and real death metal music. And I try telling him this all the time. I want him as my drummer. So bad I want him to be the drummer, man. And there's just been problems going on. And then he said he jumped on in the summer, and there's so many problems getting him to come to practice. I mean, it was like practice once a month, if that. And for 6 months now, since this summer, we got maybe one song just about done, you know, and it's just sad. It really is. It's really sad, man. I tried calling the guy, I tried talking to the guy. I'm like, if there's anything you need to talk about. The first time we had real jam session practice, he told my buddy Shredder that I was too bossy, and I called him up, apologized, man. I was like, hey, man, I'm not trying to be bossy. I was just trying to state my opinion. You know, I'm like, because slam is like about the hi-hat or the ride. I'm like, do the ride whenever, you know. And I might have made a problem. I might have fucked up. But anyways, Shredder, Mick, Dallas, and Keith are all original members of Steel Toe Abortion. And I would like to get every single member from Steel Toe Abortion. I wouldn't mind splitting vocals with Dallas. I just want to do something and get the fuck out of here, get signed. Because I know I have the talent as a vocalist. I know I do. And I know my buddy Shredder does too. My Shredder has the talent of an excellent guitarist to be signed. I mean, we are musicians, and musicians that have talent. Like, I mean, where would the world be without Dimebag Darrell? You know what I mean? We have our 2 cents to put in. You know, we need to be out there doing our thing and voicing our opinions, especially with our lyrics and our issues and our political views. And I mean, and that's what I'm about. I mean, that's what I was about ready to get on the murder part of death metal. It's just so overdone. Eating babies could just be overrated, and it's just like it hasn't been done before. You know what I mean? It's time to start speaking about something new, man. You know. And that's what I was going to say. Thank God for Dying Fetus, because Dying Fetus was the first thing I've ever read where I was like, I thought, wow, Dying Fetus are going to be about murdering babies. Hell yeah, dude. You know, and I read Destroy the Opposition, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is this shit? Talking about God, government, politics. I'm like, wow, this is kind of brutal. Religion, church, fucking certain issues that need to be discussed, man. You know, I mean, the reality of life. You know, that's basically what they hit on, is the reality of life. War, famine, I mean, fuck. You know, I mean, people need to know what the reality is and stop thinking the sci-fi part of life, like zombies coming back from the grave. I wrote songs about that, you know, I mean, fucking, it's like, because I mean, if you're just going to be about murder and death and killing women, this world is so evil the way it is. There needs to be some sort of positiveness. There needs to be truth in this world, man. I mean, the way it's going is just sad. It really is. Like, I was like, if death metal starts going mainstream, then we're pretty fucked, because death metal made me feel the way I felt, and it made me very violent and angry and wanted to hurt people, especially even my loved ones, my family, my mother and my brother, you know. It actually made me want to hurt people. Sad, you know. And it was just that whatever I was programming my mind, man, you know. I was like, fuck it. I was thinking the most evilest thing that I could ever fucking do, and I fantasized about it because of what I wrote, you know. And I decided to, and I got rid of that notebook, and I started a new notebook. It's not nowhere near as full. Let me see if it's around here. Yeah, it is. Well, this is what I do when I start notebooks. I do this type of thing, man. I fucking cut out a bunch of pictures from my albums, tape them up in here, make collages, and I'll laminate them with boxing tape, then go over it with electric tape to make a rim. Fucking, here's the back of it. I'm working on the inside right now. Quite don't have it finished yet. You know, I don't know even about having that in there. I think I'm going to take that out. But here's a new notebook I'm working on. It's even thicker than the one that I started on. You know what I mean? And after making one, I knew what I needed to do with this. I got, I think, 6 songs written down in here. God Bless the Ammunition, Babylon Breeds, Machines Building Machines, Radiation Plague, Systematically Raped, The Flesh Virus, so on. And ever since I've been a fan of Dying Fetus, I've been wanting to talk about issues like that, and I was like, man, my lyrics are gonna suck. They're gonna suck so bad. And I thought my lyrics before my notebook sucked so bad until someone read them back to me. And when they read back to me from someone else, I'm like, yeah, it's brutal. My buddy Shredder read back all my lyrics to me, and I'm like, you know what? I can write pretty damn good lyrics, and I know I can. Now I know I'm a good writer, you know. I mean, after writing a whole fucking 50 songs, you start to pick up, you know. Because, like, the first 5 songs in my notebook are all the same way, you know. It's just, like, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, and line for line, no different pattern writing, you know what I mean? It's just rhyme, 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 you know, and that's it. I mean, now I've read so many other bands on how they do it. I'm going to keep going. This is going to be a long fucking video. I don't even know why anyone would watch this shit. I'm just opening up, I guess, man, because fucking, fuck it. And anyways, I'm in this band, Behold the Bludgeoner, and I'm trying to talk about the music scene in Clinton, Iowa. It's horrible. And the best musicians that are in town just doesn't seem like they want to give me a chance, man, you know? Or give me and Shredder a chance. Like, I've talked to my homie Dallas, and I was just like, because I know Mick seems like he just wants everybody back from steel toe abortion back in the band doing their thing again. And I might not be welcome because I'm not an original member. You know, that might be one of the points why I'm not into it. But it looks like I'm going to have to continue this video. I don't know. We'll see if it cuts me off at 15 minutes. It said I was able to record more than 15. Holy shit, I'm recording more than 15 minutes. No kidding. This is the first time this has happened. Every time it's cut me off. But I guess since I've been posting more videos than 15, or I got a thing that said, well, now you're posting like 50 videos, you can record more than 15 minutes. So that's awesome. Anyways, to continue. So there's no part to cut out. I could have kept going. Mick's a beast drummer, but he just doesn't give us any time, man. And I'm like feeling that he doesn't want to work with me personally because I might be a jackass or something. I don't know. I talked to Shredder about it. Shredder has straight up told me that I am the best vocalist in town that I got, that he's ever heard, that my vocals are beast, man. When I'm on a microphone, I can wreck the shit. I know I can. I've done it before. I've been told by other people. I've been told by death metal bands that they like my growl. I've been told by Sean Beasley of Dying Fetus that he likes my growl, and he told me that Gallagher himself dug it. He was like, Sean Beasley at that time, it was my first video. I do every vocal contest that I possibly can, and Beasley told me that my highs or mids weren't that great, but my lows were awesome. And he told me that Gallagher said that I had my lows down, and that my lows were good, and that he liked it. And I was like, awesome. And I made a joke right there that, well, if something ever happens to Gallagher's throat, you know, his vocal cords, you can get a hold of me, blah, 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 blah. And so if Dying Fetus likes my growl, then I know I'm a good growler. Right there and there, that just boosts my confidence. And I've done other vocal contests. Applaud the Impaler told me that they like my growl, that they like my vocals. And I did one for Ingested. I don't think I won. I never even heard anything after that when I entered this Ingested vocal contest. And then I did one for this band called Deprive the Deceased that isn't quite out there, but they are. And Deprive the Deceased isn't really that bad. They're pretty good for what they got going on. Some of it's kind of weird. It seems like they're slam gore grind or something like that, which isn't bad. That's a pretty cool combination. But even that dude told me that I have some sick vocals. And that guy has Cranium and Cemetery Rapist doing guest vocals on their upcoming album that's coming out. Their debut album. You know. Which leads me to my next point. For the whole last year, it seemed like I've been trying to do nothing but find actual talented musicians to get together and do something. I did, by gracefully, was let into this one band called Restless Aggression, and they're not a bad band. It's just that they're not going for what I want to do, man. I would be, at this point in time, I'm willing to even be in it, man. You know, I mean, it's more metal than anything, and metal's not bad, but I'm trying to be extreme and heavier and faster and fucking blast beats. Their drummer's a metal drummer. He isn't quite a blast beat drummer, and the riffs are more metalish. You know, not nowhere near as slam. And their vocalist Gabe is a pretty good friend of mine. He's more of a yeller, like a Lamb of God type. I'm a growler. I just recently found out that I can actually do some pretty metal fucking yells and screams and shit like that, like Pantera, and it's not that hard now. I could be like Hatebreed if I wanted to be. You know, I really did. I just found out. I got a wide variety, whatever, I can't even pronounce that word right now, of vocals. I got mids down, highs, lows, gore grinds, breeze, pig squeals, inhales. You know, I'm not trying to be limited to one growl. And I've been fascinated with the deathcore growl. I don't really care too much for the deathcore genre. I am obsessed with the growls, though. The deathcore genre is cool, man. It really is. I hate to say it, but it's cool. The only thing, and I'll always say it, the only thing I do not like about deathcore is the obnoxious screams. Some deathcore bands that have screams that I can tolerate, I like. I like Fit for an Autopsy. I like Sun Torn if they are deathcore. I kind of dig Rings of Saturn. Technical or brutal deathcore isn't bad. But some of it, like Suicide Silence, I just can't stand that dude's high vocals. It's annoying to me. It really is. They're overdone way too much, especially his second album. It seems like the more Suicide Silence goes, the less growls they're doing. and the more highs they're doing, and it's just so annoying. I mean, it's like nails on a chalkboard annoying. That's what it seems like. I don't know how anybody can stand it. Like, Bring Me the Horizon is so annoying. I cannot stand that shit. And it's amazing because probably what I listen to, some people think it's totally fucking annoying. It's just different opinion of music, you know. But as I'm saying, I'm in this band, Behold the Bludgeoner. First it was Double Barrel Barbarians, and we changed the name because our drummer Mick didn't like it, and we changed the name, and Mick's kind of okay with it, I guess. I don't know. He never really... I think he liked it better than Double Barrel Barbarians. We got a new logo made up. I like the logo. The dude who I worked with the logo is just kind of a fuck, man. When he made our Double Barrel Barbarians logo, it wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, and I just get like half-ass from him, man. It's not really professional. When he made us a new logo, I was supposed to pay him $50. I paid him $25 for a logo I didn't like. And then he redid the logo, and I'm like, man, that's a brutal logo, and there's only a few kinks in it. And I told him if I'll pay him the rest of the money as soon as he gives me that logo, because I wait forever on this guy, like months, for him to do anything for me. I'm afraid I'm going to pay him, and I ain't going to get shit in return. You know, that's really how I feel. And I told him that. I'm like, man, if you could just give me the shit, I'm not Jewing you. I will pay you. I don't want my logo maker going around giving us a bad rep, you know, whatever, dude. But I'm going to somebody else now for a logo. I'm going to Brutal Disorder logos. Brutal logos, if you want brutal logos. Brutal Disorder logos I wanted to go with in the first place. I had no idea this dude was offered $50 for logos. I thought it would be like $100 or something. And that's why I went with Necrosis. He's kind of like an amateur. He's getting out there. He's getting out there pretty well. And right away, he's like, how much will you give me? I'm like, $50, man. And I think I overpriced it, really. I really do. Because he doesn't have a price. He doesn't let you know what his prices is. I think this kid is just willing to take whatever you can give him. And I don't know if I have to pay the guy to get. But anyways, I'd rather work with a professional. This guy barely keeps in contact with me. It's so hard to talk to this guy. I mean, I've literally sent him like 15 messages asking him if he's going to work on finish the logo, you know, just finish it. But I talked to Brutal Disorder logos about doing it, and as soon as I get an extra $50, I'm going to have him finish it, redo it. I already talked to him about the kinks. He says he's down. But yeah, as I'm saying, man, there's these great talented musicians. I was so like Mick, Dallas, and Keith to be in our band, you know, or I would like to be in their band. I guess they got, and that's why I was upset, because I invited Dallas to do vocals, to split vocals with me, to join our band, and he told me he'd have to think about it because him and Keith are making up a new band. And I'm like, cool, man, you know, whatever. And then I asked him who's all in it. He told me our drummer Mick's in it. I'm like, wow, it's kind of funny that our drummer doesn't have the time for us, but he has time for some other band, you know, and doesn't tell us what's going on. Every time I call this guy, he never answers my phone calls. It's just so sad and disappointing, because this guy is probably one of the best drummers I've ever heard in my entire life. And I don't know if he's got a personal problem with me. I told him if he's got something to say, just tell me, man. I'll do whatever I can to work around it. I don't like to see my band, or our band, fucking fall apart. I hate saying my band because I don't think it's mine. And Shredder, man, he's a great guy. And for months we've asked Keith and Dallas if they had any free. I called Keith all the time asking him if he could play bass, if he could play bass, if he could play bass for us, if he could practice when we were practicing. I've called Dallas a few times, not as much as I call Keith. And at first I wasn't down with splitting vocals, but now I totally am. I'm totally down with it, because I like Despised Icon. The way they do their vocals is brutal, and that's the way I kind of pictured it. It could be more brutal. It really could. It could be beastier. It really could. And fuck, man, you know, I'm just like sad to see this whole thing, and me and Shredder's worked so hard, and I'm just like so upset. I feel like I'm going to lose our drummer, and then these guys are going to go do their thing, and then me and Shredder are just going to be left out of nowhere, when me and Shredder have been trying to get all these guys together to work together to do something, to get something going, because it seemed like Steel Toe Abortion was just over, you know. I tried to get, there's another guitarist in Steel Toe Abortion, Jet Jewel. He moved to New Mexico. I was trying to get something going on with him as well, man. I'm just trying to get everybody together and just do something, because they had the greatest potential that I've ever seen. And I know metal, man. I'm a death metal juggernaut. I have probably 200 bands on my computer, you know, that I listen to, fucking, or that I know of, you know, and I'm into slam. There's a great thing that's coming out that's evolving that needs to be exposed. Slam death metal is like the future deathcore, man. It's going to be huge, and it's going to be brutal. And I'm just like, we need to get together and do this. And fucking, it seems like me and Shredder are just being left out, and I'm really sad about it. I tried talking to Dallas so far. Every time I call Keith, his old lady answers the phone, so I'm thinking there's a problem with me and Keith. He never talks to me. I think his old lady has him answer the phone and tell him no, because his old lady just seems like she doesn't like me at all either. For real, that's how it seems like. Last time I called him, I was like, hey Keith, fucking, or I was calling, I was like, is Keith there? And she's like, he's in bed right now at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, well, when he gets up, can you have him call Dopey? And she's like, sure. And I'm like, oh, peace. You know, I'm like, sure, wonderful. You know, like she doesn't like I'm a dick or something, you know, because I'm afraid that me and Shredder, of all that we've worked on this summer, is not going to be going anywhere. But the more that shit happens, that I see us losing our drummer and doing something else, than me and Shredder being left out of project that we would have liked to started a long time ago, that these guys are doing, you know, because they said that they found 2 other guitarists. And Shredder's the best guitarist in Clinton, Iowa. He's like the best guitarist that I ever heard. He's got a great rep for him, and a lot of people know that here in Clinton. It's really sad, man, because I love Mick. I really love Mick. I mean, I thought Mick's a great guy. When he told me I was a boss, or that I'm too bossy, I was like, shit, I got to make things right as soon as possible. I love Dallas and Keith, and that's why I was like, if I was to do a band with anybody, I know I would like to do it with people I'm comfortable with, people that I know that are at least almost on the same page as me, that know what brutality is, that know what music is. Me and Dallas both love Dying Fetus. I know Keith likes Dying Fetus, and I'm not trying to sound exactly like Dying Fetus. I'm trying to sound like something new. Like the Begging for Incest and Waking the Cadaver and Ingested. All that shit is like pioneering new death metal. And that's what I want to do. I want to pioneer death metal. I want to mix all that shit together. All the Short Bus Pile Up. Thank God there's a band like Short Bus Pile Up and Applaud the Impaler. I mean, there's so much new shit that's coming out. And I believe we can have a part of that. You know? Shredder has came a long way in guitars. Like, I used to have to help him write riffs. Now he's writing his own riffs. He just breathes slam like it's nothing now. He knows what slam is. And we got videos of him recorded 4 of our songs, which is Dead to the Pigs, Destroying the Tentacles of Wall Street, The Beasting, and Radiation Plague. And The Beasting is probably our best song. But anyways, this is just making me more determined. I'm just determined to get out there, determined to fucking do something with our music. I've never been determined like this, ever. And I know what I need to do, man. I just forgot that I knew this kid. I met him on the internet a long time ago, and he told me he does drum machine programs. He just makes drum machines programs and sell them to somebody. And we haven't even talked to a price, but he says he's down for the project, man. I showed him those 4 videos that me and Shredder have recorded on him on guitar. And he said, I have one sick fucking guitarist. He would like to work with him. That he is excited about it. And that he's never had to make drum tracks to guitar. That he's always had to do drum tracks and people put guitar to it. So he's really excited about that. So we are going to record an album. To either get these guys that are out there that have great potential to join our project, or to to have them realize that we are something to be reckoned with. That this is a great sound, and it is. I don't give a fuck. Like, some of the shit that I listen to, it needs a little work, but that's it. A little work, man. The beasting itself is perfect. It's a rough draft, but we finally figured out how to structure this song correctly. And this song is a juggernaut, man. I mean, people are going to hurt themselves in the mosh pit if it was just done right with the drums. I mean, for real. People will hurt themselves to our music, and that's how we write music. We like to write music like I like to write music like as if I were in the mosh pit listening to it. That's how I see it. And Shredder says he likes to write music as if he was driving, listening to it in a CD player, if he was to listen to his own music. So we're writing music that we know that we would like to listen to. And I am obsessed with so many death metal bands, and I'm going to name them off just at the top of my head. I could go look at them from A through Z on my computer, but just to get going, the top 4 ones for sure is Ingested, Begging for Incest, Short Bus Pile Up. Yeah. Short Bus Pile Up. Waking the Cadaver. Those seem like that's like the Kingpins of Slam. Digested Flesh, Putrid Pile. Applaud the Impaler. Devourment. Cerebral Incubation. Cerebral Bore. I mean, there's like 1,000 bands that are out there that I'm obsessed with right now. Cranium. Cranium's a great band. Catalepsy. Genovirus, Extirpating the Infected. Female Nosebreaker. You know. I mean, there's bands with long names that I can't pronounce, like Celifatripsy or something. I can never pronounce that name. That's a brutal slam band. Intracranial Butchery, Intestinal Alien Reflux. I mean, Intestinal Alien Reflux, Triple X Maniac. They're not really slam. I'm trying to name slam bands that just came out that I made. Abominable Putridy's coming out with a new album. I just ordered it. Supposed to get it in January 28th with the Abominable Putridy t-shirts. That's a great slam band. Disfiguring the Goddess is a great band. They're not really slam, but they just started their own genre. So many bands now that I'm seeing that are taking on the Disfiguring the Goddess sound. Like, there's the Sever the Tyrant, the Grieving Process. So many great shit. And then there's been bands that I'm just obsessed with that are death metal. Guttural Engorgement. That's a great band. Gore Rotted. You know, I could keep going on forever. But I'm a fan of intense death metal. You know, and if I know what I like, and if I'm going to try reincarnating music that I'll listen to, I know it's going to be good because I listen to nothing but good bands, especially that are out. I mean, if you were to take Ingested, Begging for Incest, Short Bus Pile Up, and man, there's like one more slam band that I'm missing. It just seems like Ingested, Begging for Incest, Short Bus Pile Up. I don't know, maybe I'm not. And Waking the Cadaver. If you mix all those bands together, and that's like that's our top fucking influences that we're trying to do. And I think it would be brutal. I think it would be brutal, man. We're trying to mix all that shit together. We're trying to be slam, and we're trying to be technical as possible. Vomit Remnants, Vomitus, Vomit the Soul. You know, I mean, there's so many. Viral Load. I can go on for days. And but we are going to come out with an album. This is what I'm trying to get to. We are so going to come out with an album. The process is almost already there. I got a homie, Sneezy. He has a recording studio in Cedar Rapids. As I said, I talked to this homie. He does drum machines, tracks, and he's on board. He is so on board to help us, and I'm hooking him up with Sneezy so they can talk together on how to record the albums or how to make the sound so it sounds together. Me and Shredder, all we have to do is just go to Cedar Rapids and fucking lay down the guitar tracks, have Sneezy mail them out to our dude, have him put the drum tracks to it. I'm going to do my vocals last. I feel comfortable doing that way. And we're going to come out with an 8-track album. At first I was thinking a demo. Fuck it, we're just doing an album. And it's in the process. Sneezy says he can guarantee me that it's recording studio quality. So hopefully it is, man. Because otherwise we'll just have to deal with what we can. If it's cheap shit, fuck it, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm just at this point. And then once we make this album, I'm hoping it helps us get us out there. I'm sure it will, because there are bands. I talked to Applaud the Impaler about it, and they say it's a great idea. They told me that a drum machine is a great way to get your music out. It's also a great way to get other members to join your project, you know, and that's not a bad idea. So there's so many people that look down on bands with drum machines, which I don't know why, because I'm a fan of every band that I know that uses a drum machine that I've ever heard. I love them. Even this Christian death metal band called Rogers, Met, and Iranian. These guys should have been around. They should have stuck around. Rogers, Met, and Iranian is the only Christian death metal band I ever heard. I'm somewhat spiritual, and I've always tried finding a Christian death metal band, and I can't find any that I like. I think they all suck, just about all of them. I mean, it's just horrible. It's like they almost got it, but they don't know how to do it. And Rogers, Met, and Iranian is the closest, and still, even if they weren't Christian, one of the most brutalist bands I've ever heard. I got their EP. You know, I downloaded every single song off of YouTube because that was the only way I could get it, by converting it, you know. But I mean, I love them. And they use a drum machine, and they're brutal, and Putrid Pile's brutal, Viral Load's brutal, Cemetery Rapist is brutal, Intracranial Butchery is brutal, Insidious Decrepancy, I'm pretty sure, is a great band. I mean, there's so many one-man bands that use drum machines, and other bands that just use drum machines that to help get themselves out there, and you know, that's what we're going to do. And Mortician uses a drum machine. Or I heard they record with the drum machine and play with the drummer live. Because I seen them play with the drummer, and they actually had a drummer live. I was like, wow, I thought they used the drum machine. And, you know, which is awesome. And then there's bands out there that use drummers that sound like drum machines, which is awesome. Like, the Dark Prison Massacre. They're a band from Japan or Japanese or China, and their drummer almost sounds like a drum machine. I thought they did use a drum machine, but then I seen that they use a drummer. So, or maybe it's the same thing. They recorded with a drum machine and use a drummer. But then also, I posted all of our videos that we have on every musician's Facebook in Clinton, Iowa, to just get feedback. So far, I've had somewhat positive feedback on all of this shit. And the dude who's doing the drum machine or making the drum tracks for our music, he says he's down and he loves the project. So he didn't even tell me that there's a price yet, you know. And I'm willing to pay whatever price. I told him whatever we sell, he's definitely getting his cut. I'm not going to let this kid not have his credit, you know. Not get his fucking shit. And hopefully it helps get us out there. There's bands like Blasphetize. I forgot about them. Blasphetize is an awesome band, you know, and I think they're signed by Severed Records, and that helped get their music out there, and that's just what it is. I would really like a real drummer. If there's any chance that Mick could get in the band, that'd be brutal. But we also, as I posted that on my Facebook, that there's another drummer that I hear is just as close as Mick, saying that once we come out with the album that he'll listen to it and that he'll give it a try and play it with us live. So I mean, this is probably the best route that we can take. It's just to get the ball fucking rolling, man, because we've been working hard for 6 months and it seems like we're nowhere, man. And I've had friends asking me, when are we ready to do a show, and it's just getting so tired to tell them 3 months from now or 2 months from now or soon we'll be ready to do a show, and just pretending that we're making progress, man. It's just sad. And I'm going to fucking do this shit, man. I really am. I went on a 40-minute rant here. I'm checking this out with my other video that's 15 minutes, so almost an hour just talking about the Behold the Bludgeoning. And now let me just talk about Behold the Bludgeoning. So that's the recording process. My buddy's car, soon as we get my buddy's car fixed, we're recording. We're going right to Cedar Rapids. It's on. It is on. And all my buddy so far I think needs is a new battery. And I got a lady friend who told me she can help me out with that. Like she has 6 or 7 batteries, which is great. And that'll be awesome. And hopefully, man, you guys will like it. I'm sure I'm going to like it. I have faith in the dude who's doing the drum machine tracks. I've listened to some of his music. He does drum machines for Deprived the Deceased, and he's a great kid. And hopefully get him out there and recognized as well. You know, and I've tried to figure out how to do the drum machine. I've tried figuring out getting drum machine programs on my computer. I got one, but I can't record with it. And oh my god, I have to insert every bar. That one's ridiculous. I thought that was the drum machine, and I found a new respect for people who use drum machines. For real, it's an intense process. It's serious. You got to make that shit perfect. And I'm just rambling because I don't have no one to talk to. I've been talking to Shredder about this. I really want to talk to those guys about it, man, but it just doesn't seem like... I'm going to probably ask Dallas that we're recording an album. If he wants to get on some split vocals with us, then so be it, you know. And then hopefully get maybe Keith to do bass, because we need bass on this. And Keith is an excellent bassist. And if Mick ain't down to drum for us live... That's the only way I see we're going to get anywhere, is me and Shredder just go out and take the initiative and record this album and give it to Mick and see if he likes the drums. If he doesn't, then he's feel free to change it. You know, do whatever. This is just either a demo or an album. We can always re-record it. I'm just saying that this is Clinton, Iowa, man, and I am determined now to do something about this shit. I'm so sorry. I have not even been I've joined a rap band to be on stage, and I am not a rapper. You know, I want to be on stage and do a show and get people moving and hurt themselves, because I've been growling before I even knew people who were growling. You know, I mean, and it seems like I'm just left out while I'm watching people try to do what I know I can do better. You know, and it's not directed towards anybody specific, man. It's just, I know I could bring something great to this scene, and me and Shredder are definitely some of the most talented people in Clinton. I know I'm one of the most talented vocal-wise, and Shredder is the most talented guitar-wise. So it'd just be common sense to get the most talented drummer, which is Mick. You know, Mick is the most talented drummer that I've ever heard. And hopefully this other homie, he's down too, who says he can give it a shot. I've heard from Shredder good things about him too, you know, that he can blast, and that he's not no Mick, but he's almost just as good. And that's pretty good too. That could probably help too, because Waking the Cadaver and Short Bus Pile Up, I mean, some of their shit's simple, you know, it's not all complete fucking blasting 24/7. You know, that's the other thing too. That's Mick. He just blasts constantly. I tried to show him the slam genre, the sound, and it just doesn't see, there's like this communication level, or there's just not that much commitment. It really sucks, man, because I would like to get Mick out there as much. Mick deserves it. If he says he doesn't want to be signed up, that's just sad. That's just like, that's like a Vinnie Paul didn't want to be signed, you know. I mean, this kid, he could be one of those people that are being interviewed. He can make a great deal of money. Death metal is going mainstream. I hate to say it, but it is, and we could. You never know. We could be Pantera. You know, we could be doing on VH1 behind the scenes with Behold the Bludgeoner. Bands, deathcore. I almost hate deathcore, but I gotta thank you at the same time, because you're making it mainstream. I don't know why kids are eating that shit up, man. Kids are eating this extreme metal up now. You know, I knew it was the future. I knew it was the evolution, because metal can only get heavier. That's how it happens, from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s to now. You know, it just kept getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and that's the point, you know. And then when Black Dahlia Murder came out, I'm like, That's it, man. It's now mainstream, and it pretty much basically is. It's getting there. It really is getting there. And I don't know what else to say besides thanks for even listening to this, man. If you watch this whole video, because I'm just trying. Yeah, I realize it's almost an hour rant. I just wanted to talk about whatever I can, you know. The only people I talk to anymore these days is my homie Shredder, Critter, my mom, and some other friends, you know. I mean, I used to be king shit back from where I came from. I was the dope smoking clown, and now I'm just dopey, you know. I don't even feel like I'm dopey. I was dopey. Like, Dopey was a dude who can outdrink anybody. I know he was. I could. I would be the last guy standing at a party. But it was great talking to you guys. We have a Facebook. I might put it up here if you like it. I don't know if we have a thing for it, but it's called Behold the Bludgeoner, and Behold and the Bludgeoner is one word. We don't have any music up yet, but hopefully soon. Once we get shit recorded, I'll make a web page, a Reverb Nation, whatnot, and listen to what we got. My fucking username is Malignant Narcissism, Malignant X Narcissism, and tell me what you think, man, about whatever guitar tracks we got. Some of the shit's just rough drafts. Not all of it's finished. Some of it is finished. The Destroying the Tentacles of Wall Street is definitely finished, and yeah, man, we'll also record the tracks of whatever we can. Try to keep up with you guys. I don't think I have a fan base at all or whatsoever, but if I do, awesome. Or if we do, hopefully soon we will. As soon as we get some music, we need to get music out there. It seems like ever since I was Double Barrel Barbarians that we were supposed to get shit done way sooner than it is now. Now I'm taking the initiative. I'm fucking tired of not doing nothing. I want music up, running. I want YouTube videos. I want Gore Grind TV to upload our shit. I want Death Metal fuckers to upload our shit. Because that gets you the fuck out there. I know it does. The internet is a great access to get you out there. Blasphetize got out there pretty well, man. That's all I gotta say. Have a nice day. Thank you for listening to this. This is Dopey from Behold the Bludgeoner. Peace.